Okay, get this. You're going to love this one. So, a lot of you guys know I've been doing lots and lots of real estate photography. My goal was 500 jobs or 40,000 cleared. And I will know for a fact whether or not I pulled that off by sometime in March. So I'm about 3 months. I'm about 3 months away. So I have experienced 3/4 of the year doing all this stuff. And if you track the money, I'm right on track for an extra 40,000 bucks this year. Now, of course, I did a lot of work for that 40,000, but you know what? I'm not afraid of work. So in the course of all this work, I mean, your name really starts to get out there within, quote unquote, the industry. I mean, people start seeing all these houses, these beautiful images on their system, and they're like, how come this house looks so good? And so that has been the way, and they start inquiring, and as a result, they figure out, oh, that's one of them Kirk Voclain photography houses that he did. Well, I get a phone call. Now get this, you ready? This is crazy. I get a phone call from a contractor, a guy who builds houses. And he says, man, I done built, 50, 60 houses and blah, blah, blah. And I'm trying to update my website. And I really want it to look cool. I want it to be awesome. And, all this good stuff. So he starts telling me what needs to happen as far as, the updating of his website. He loves my photography. And, he has a drone, but his drone pictures don't look like that. Wink, wink. Yeah, no kidding. You don't know how to use your drone. You don't know how to use your camera. I mean, just because you got a drone does not make you a drone photographer. I didn't say that, but I wanted to. And, I got one of them good cameras, but man, I don't know why. I mean, my pictures don't look nowhere near as good as your pictures, so I want to hire you, he says, to photograph all of my houses. The ones that I currently have for sale, I want a full shoot. The ones that have already sold, all I want you to do is do a shot from the front of the house. Just one shot. Nothing, no drone pictures, none of that kind of stuff. Just one shot from the front of the house. I'm like, okay. So, I give him I said, look, when you say all of the houses that you have for sale, you think you got 10 of them? He goes, oh yeah, absolutely. I said, well, if you give me all 10 of them, I'll drop the price to $79 for 10 houses. He's like, you got yourself a deal. So, so there you go. Me photographing 10 houses. So then he sends me the list of all these houses, plus all the ones he wants drive-bys of and all this other good stuff. Which, if you go back in time just a couple of videos ago, I talked about Road Warrior. That's why I have Road Warrior, because literally tomorrow is the day that I have to go all over the place photographing 50, 60 houses. Okay, so Road Warrior helped me get that all organized. Well, 2 of the houses that are on the list are houses for a real estate agent that I already have scheduled to photograph today. So I'm looking down his list and I noticed that the address is exactly the same. And again, I'm scheduled to photograph that house today. Well, while I'm on the phone with the guy and he's explaining everything, boom, I get a phone call from the agent. Uh-oh. So I call the agent back. The agent's like, yeah, I got to cancel those 2 houses. And I'm like, okay. Well, apparently, the contractor has now hired me to do houses and photograph. And so I don't think he's cutting out the agent as much as the agent was trying to wiggle his way in to get all these houses, as part of his listing. So what he was going to do was he was going to go in and he was going to let me photograph these houses. Okay. You got this crazy picture so far? So, what's happening now is the agent, there's this delicate balance here, because I don't want the agent to be mad because, the contractor seems to have bypassed the agent's services And on the flip side, I don't want the contractor to be mad because of the fact that I don't want the contractor to be mad because, you know, the agent was originally going to do the job. It's like, who do you try to make happy? I know there's a lot of photographers out there who will do what is known as double dipping. You know, they'll do a job for a contractor, and then, you know, 2-3 months will go by and an agent will say, hey, I want you to photograph this house, and they'll go, okay, and then the house is already photographed, so they'll just bill the agent and say, okay, I did it, I'm done. Wow, you did that so fast. And they'll get paid twice for only doing one job. Now, I don't believe in that. So I don't know, man, it's kind of crazy. You know, it's a dilemma, keeping and juggling all these people. So I just sent a message off to the agent saying, in essence, look, I hope me and you are cool. I didn't realize there was this problem between, you know, that appears to have come up, and I don't want you to think I was trying to double dip you. Oh no, I know, he says, I just, the contractor has a different idea than from me, and, you know, it's just business, and so hopefully everything's cool. But isn't that hilarious though? I just think it is absolutely hilarious that, it's just business, and if someone can figure a way of manipulating the system, they will. So let that just be a warning to you. Always be watching, always be looking, because everybody out there is in it for themselves. They ain't here to help us. They ain't here to just say, oh, we want to help the photography industry. No, they're not trying to help us per se. They are in it for themselves. They are here to help themselves. So, you know, price yourself right and do yourself right as far as that type of thing. Talk to y'all tomorrow. Bye.